Hello Commanders, and welcome to our tutorial on the Gimme 3 quest. You have to do a mission in a 3+ zone and rescue 3 survivors. You can do them separately. We're going to do them all in one mission, which is this 3+ Atlas, which is the only 3+ mission we have available. We chose to do it with the Metal Team Leader. Normally an Atlas is best done with a Constructor, but because we're going to be running around rescuing survivors, Metal Team Leader is better for that, so we went ahead and went with her. We're going to cut up the video a little bit. There's a lot of time in between while we're looking for survivors and we're farming materials that is a waste of time. It's still a long video, but this will keep it down to manageable length at least. So we're going to go to the introduction where we first come in, and then we'll skip ahead to the first survivor. We're still using weapons and traps that we found, so there'll be a little bit of ad hoc here while we figure out what's the best way to make things happen. Survivors are in every mission, so you could rescue survivors in a PL2 or PL1 mission and then go to a 3+ later, and it will all count. Okay, we are on the ground, and we'll skip right ahead to the first survivor. This one was in a restaurant. We found him while we were just running down the street harvesting cars. Okay, notice on the top right there's a figure, a blue figure in the mini-map. That's our survivor. And they usually call out for help. Hey, you need some help here, or can you help, or something like that. Alright. You talk to them, they give you a gift, and then they'll disappear on their own, and you can take care of this husk that's hurting you. Okay. And if you find a fireplace, search it, because almost every fireplace gives you coal, and you need coal to make just about every type of ammo out there. And while the goal is to find enough ammo not to have to make it, better to have the stuff to do it. Alright, then we'll jump ahead to the second survivor. There's a troll here. They grab your blue glow and steal it. If you kill them, you get 2 blue glow and a small gift, one of the base building materials. I'm going ahead and fighting him because we need blue glow to start the Atlas, and we might, if we find a survivor of a certain type, some of them require blue glow. I don't think we'll find any this early in the game, but sometimes they're knocked and you have to summon a medbot and give the medbot blue glow in order to save them. Alright, notice on the mini-map it just drew the little person figure. That means they're in this house somewhere. We'll find them. I chopped through the wall rather than anti-material charge because we don't want to smash up the stuff inside. We want to search it on our way back out. Meanwhile, as long as we're going through here, we'll grab some stuff. Notice I'm chopping up the red toolbox. They give gears. So after you've searched them, go ahead and chop them up. And ammo is always good. Survivor shelters are usually loaded with stuff to search. So it's a good idea to look around on all the shelves and see what you can find. And a video game. There's actually quests where those are important, but for now they're just furniture. Alright. Third survivor. Last one. We did find 3 in one mission, which is nice. As I said, there are survivors in every mission, and I'm just looking around. I can see them on the mini-map, so I'm trying to figure out exactly where they are, and I can hear husks sleeping, so I'm trying to figure that out too. Ah, there we go. So we'll go ahead and snipe us some husks. Sometimes when you go to rescue a survivor and there are husks this close, if you don't take out the husks first, they'll show up and mess up your rescue. We don't want to do that, so killed them all off. We'll grab the blue glow they were guarding. And go into the building and find this person. This was an interesting one because it shows how hard it can be to find your way around. Um, there's no up-down indicator, so you just have to search. And we went through the basement twice before we actually found the person. And I'm just as long as I'm down here searching stuff. And we know he's not down here, so time to get a move on. The timer doesn't start on an Atlas mission until you place the Atlas, or until you start the Atlas. Placing it doesn't even start it. But you still don't want to spend more time in the game than you have to. I mean, there's only so much searching and harvesting you can do before you start to go, yeah, time to move on to another game. Or another mission, rather. Okay, surprisingly, he's not on the second floor, which means, oh, he's up there somewhere. Or he's in another part of the basement we didn't search. Okay, this just goes through to there. This is the same, all one basement for all three. Townhomes, condos, whatever they were before they got ruined. So we're going to want to look up. We've exhausted the possibilities down, so let's see what's up here. Ha, stairs. There we go. And there he is in the corner. See him back there? Alright, jump over or build over, either way. And that is our 3 survivors. So, for the quest, we've rescued 3 survivors. The other piece is complete a 3+ mission successfully. So, now we'll jump to setting the Atlas. With all of these quests, if you don't successfully complete the mission that you do a piece in, you don't get credit for the piece.
Target located. Drop the Atlas on the target when you're ready.
So if we'd found a single survivor and then failed the mission, we would show 0 survivors. We found all 3 survivors. If we fail the mission, we'll show 0 survivors, even though we rescued 3. And that's okay. It keeps people from going in, doing their quest stuff, and exiting, particularly in public games. I have a habit of backing off things, but that's okay. We wanted to look down here anyway and see if there's any way up. Look at that, right up to the Atlas. So we'll probably have to build some defenses down there to keep them from walking up and hopping right into the Atlas. And then you just clean off the area around it so you have a nice clean line of sight. And then we'll skip to building the defenses. Now, as I said, the pyramid is a popular build, and that's the one we're going to do here. And there'll be some modifications to it because of that ramp in the back. We'll also build, not really a trap tunnel, more like a trap location, and then funnel the husks to it. We don't have a ton of traps yet because we're still working mostly with what we find. But we have enough to deal damage to the husks, maybe kill a few. Alright, so pyramid is a bunch of ceiling pieces, and then in the corners, raise the inside corner, and on the sides, raise both inside pieces. You can also use stairs there where I just put that ramp right here. This could be a set of stairs instead, doesn't matter. Alright. And as you can see, this will form up into all of a pyramid but the crown, and then we'll drop a crown on it. You can also put a base up here. You can, if you leave it flat like that, you can put a base, or base as in the constructor's base, or a defender. For this one, I'm going to do it alone, so I put a peak on it so I have a thing to hide behind. Okay, I just tried to upgrade, which we can't do yet, so this is our basic defense. Now down here, I want to look and make sure they can't hurt it. And it's wide open down here, but the husks don't have a route up there. There's no ramp or anything for them to climb. So as long as you don't build one, that's perfectly fine. But this one, they have a ramp right up and in. Every husk that runs up that will do damage to the Atlas, and if it takes enough damage, you have to start over. Atlases, when they fail, you don't automatically lose the mission. You get a chance to restart it. And so you can go find more blue glow and kick it back off. Now I boxed this off because they do like to go in from the side. We'll probably do more over there when we get to the part where we're laying traps. Run up here, and I'm not looking too close, but I am keeping an eye on where all of those spawn tendrils are. You'll notice on the mini-map, there's a white shaded area. That's where the husks will come from. And on a mission this low a level, they won't change where they come from, so we know they're going to come from that way. Okay, this is one of the reasons I prefer ramps over stairs. You can drop quite a few different traps on them. Floor traps. Not all floor traps, but most. And then here, if you just want to keep the husks away, a good way to do it is to put a floor launcher and throw stairs over it. So they're going to run up, try to beat on this wall, the floor launcher will go, shoot them up into the stairs, and they'll fly way over here, which is just fine. Don't expect a lot of husks to go all the way around and come back here, but inevitably some will. So just something to keep them from beating through it. Okay, now we can peek and see where the spawn tendrils are. See those purple wavy things? That's the spawn tendrils. And they go on both sides of the house. So we're going to want to build defenses here because there's a ramp here and they prefer ramps to jumping. They will jump, but they prefer to go down a ramp. So if you don't block the ramp, they'll use it. So our goal is not to block it, but to make it inconvenient for them. So sound walls are most effective against husk types that we aren't seeing yet, but they will make the husks dance while they go down here, which makes them slow a little bit, makes it easier to shoot them. And here's what traps we have left, which isn't a huge selection, but we'll put some spikes here. And I saw a ceiling gas trap. That's a great trap to have right here. Okay, so the husks will mostly funnel through here. Now it's possible they'll jump off the sides too. So we're probably going to want to block them off a little bit. If they jump off on this side, they can come right to us. So we want to make sure they can't do that. And really, we're not going to go too crazy with blocking. There are all sorts of block off ideas. Whoa, we fell down. Okay, we don't need to block here. Oh, excellent. Okay. So the purple fragments create a llama and give you a fragment for your teddy. And teddy fragments make teddy available more quickly in between uses. But the llama, if you chop it up, will give you all sorts of building materials and a little bit of crafting material. You see the planks laying back there, and it'll give us some, probably copper, maybe silver. This early, it'll be copper. There we go, we got some gears. That's not giving us, it went too fast. But we got at least gears and planks on top of building materials. Using an Outlander is a good way to fill up your abilities. So, if this were higher level, I would worry about this ramp and that ramp. But it's so low level, they're not going to change direction, and they're not going to go that far out of their way. So, I'm not going to worry about them. Okay. I'd like to trap this up more, but I want to save my traps for closer to the objective. Alright. So here, we just want things to keep them from attacking this wall. Since it's only one wall deep, they might think about it. And same here. So if they attack the wall, the spikes will hurt them, which means they'll do limited damage before they're dead. We'll do that here too. Now that'll make them all want to come down here, across here, and right to here. Okay, let's kick this off. If you have a partner, this is even easier. As a matter of fact, if you have a partner, you don't need to wall off or trap. You can both stand up here and just shoot. And I'm going to look at my weapons. You'll notice that my weapons, the black bar with a little bit of orange on it, is the durability, and you'll notice it's down for all of my weapons. We'll actually get a chance here to see a weapon breaking, so you have an idea what it looks like. What happens is if a weapon breaks while you're using it, it replaces it with the highest power level weapon of the same type. So if an AR breaks, it'll replace it with the highest power level weapon, highest power level AR in your backpack. If a sniper breaks, highest power level sniper in your backpack. When you're able to craft your own weapons, see, I thought about using Teddy there and I decided there just aren't enough yet. We're going to have plenty of uses for Teddy later. When you're able to craft your own weapons, you can make two, and then when one breaks, just make another one, so that it automatically puts your preferred weapon back in the slot. But that only works really well to keep your weapons cleaned up, and those are the highest power level of their type. Right now, where most of our weapons are things we picked up out of chests or boxes or whatever, we're just going to get what we get. And because it's the highest power level, we probably should use it. We don't like the Husky Husks. They do more damage to the building per hit, so we want to get rid of him as quick as we can. And we want to repair the building now that he's dead. Alright, we should see. Oh, I'm going to drop a Teddy, clean this up a little bit. Shielders make it a lot harder, especially with a sniper, to clean these guys up. So Teddy helps that out a lot. He does a lot of damage in a short amount of time. Now you see we got guys beaten down here. As long as Teddy's keeping everything busy. Yeah, they beat through the sidewall rather than through the launcher wall. I'm sure some of them got launched off the launcher wall, but these are the ones that concern me because they're trying to get to the Atlas. And we don't want an open route to the Atlas. Okay, we killed them all. Drop a wall in that place. Alright. Now we have to run all the way back around, but we can get back up. The reason I don't build stairs is because then people start... Husks will change the way they run because we changed the stairs. Or because we added stairs. So we don't want that. We want them to come down our ramp, right through our traps, and get killed. You see, we killed all of those, but now there's one inside. So, probably he fell through that gap in the floor there, so that's why I dropped another piece of floor. And having Teddy or a partner means I had time to do that. A defender would also work, but I don't think we can place defenders yet. It happens relatively early, but I don't think this is, what, the 4th or 5th mission. I don't think we have it yet. Spike's got one and missed the other. Okay, that's a crowd. Here comes the break. Our weapon is about done. That's why I'm letting the traps do a lot of the work. There, it broke, and I slowed it down so you could see that. You see it shows your weapon in red, and then it shows it breaking, and now I've got a scoped sniper. It's a scoped semi-auto sniper, so it takes more hits to kill, but you can fire it faster. And that's what I've got. So I also put my AR back in. I like the AR, but it's also very weak. So we'll probably see another one break, and I won't slow that one down so you can see how fast it flashes by. The red flash is what you have to be aware of. Okay. Seems we have a little bit of a break in the action. Pick up the materials that Husks dropped when they died. Repair the wall. Check on our back thing quick. And kill Husks. We got 3 minutes left. This seems to have calmed down. And here comes another crowd. Now in my experience, toward the end, more of them come. Larger groups. and that's okay. Between the traps and Teddy, we can handle them, just so that you're aware. If you watched the Should I Buy Save the World video, this is the mission that footage came from. This is the hill where we scope in and shoot a bunch of husks. You see, we got a big bunch of them there. And that's because we're getting down to the 2-minute mark here. And that's okay. As long as they don't break through the walls, we're happy. Now you do have to keep some materials set to the side when you build. Don't use all your materials of one type, because you do have to be able to repair. It costs 10 to build, and then based on the amount of damage that's been done to the piece, it will cost from 1 to 10 to repair. And pick off some husks. We really should shoot his shielder first and then him, but we'll do it that way. He's ugly. Really ugly. There we go. Alright. Down to 1.5 minutes, and I like to think of it in terms of the husks are getting desperate, so more and more of them are coming. They have to have time to beat through the wall, and enough of them get to the Atlas to cause it enough damage to stop. Since it's taken 0 damage, I think I'm really comfortable that we're doing fine. We got less than 1 minute left. It's not impossible for them to damage it, but it's increasingly unlikely that they'll be able to stop it. That's a lot of husks. Yeah, this is going to use up my AR, but it's a worthy cause. At least I didn't run out of AR ammo this time. Alright, with less than half a minute left, they can't. See, it replaced my AR with the highest power level one in my backpack. At this point, I'm going to throw Teddy down, but they can't win. They're just not going to be able to get in and overpower the Atlas. There we go. And success. And the Atlas fires, and you can watch the clouds get pushed back as the storm is pushed out of the area. Alright, then we get our score. Victory. And see how we did. We get our experience. Okay, so we gain a level, and that gave us a short blade slicer. That's a good weapon. And wooden floor spikes. So when it says gained those, it means gained the schematic for those. So we can make lots of them. Short blade slicer is a good melee weapon if you like to do melee builds. Look to ninjas. There are some good blade ninjas, so you could put a short blade slicer in the hands of one of the blade ninjas if you have them, and it would be a powerful combination. The thing about the short blade slicer is that it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it attacks really fast, so you can attack a lot. And that type of thing is why people do damage per second ratings, so that they can understand relative over time how much damage does it do. Short blade slicer is a good weapon for a good long while, so if you have the schematic from this mission, you can make it and use it. Let's see what we got. Alright, Survivor XP. So we'll reach a point soon where we can level up survivors. Hero XP, Quartz Crystal, and Gold. And the Gimme 3 quest that we just completed gave us another 1,000 Hero XP. Completing the quest also lets us level up heroes. We should see that in a second. There we go. Level up heroes. So we have, from this mission alone, almost 1,400 experience to level up heroes. And we'll do that Thank you for watching, and hope you got something out of this. Let me know in the comments, and like and follow.